Welcome to your daily focus, March the 8th, 2023. There's a lot happening in the sky. Too much to give a little blurb. You're just going to have to sit tight. Let me get through the introduction and then we'll get to it all. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the 8 energy now. The 8 energy is all about abundance. Growing abundance, welcoming in abundance, projecting your thoughts towards the abundance that you want to bring into your life. Maybe understanding what you can make tangible, what you can make reality. Different ways of procuring some sort of abundance. And now for abundance for you, it might be your health and well-being. It might be love, family. It could be your career. It could be enough money to pay the bills, absolutely. Although remember that money is just a vehicle so that you can do other things in your life. So understand what you want to utilize that money for. It's about embracing our strength. It's about embracing our courage. It's about taking a risk on ourselves, the belief of our passion, our dreams, our desires. If we look at the numerology of the day, we have a 3 plus an 8 plus a 7. That is an 18 energy. The 18 energy is within our heart center. Perhaps inner child, perhaps soul. And it's about understanding what brings us joy, what brings us happiness, what brings us harmony and peace, so that we can feel the freedom, so we can feel the liberation as we go forward. So look within. And where, when you think about your life and your current situations, do you tense up? Where do you smile? Where do you feel relaxed? Where do you get angry, tense? And pay attention to those things so that you can work on a balance within, a harmony, to step into that freedom, that liberation. 1 plus 8 is a 9 energy, and 9 energy is about closures, endings, healing. Now, the 9 energy is unique in the sense that, yes, we're putting closure on things. Yes, we are completing things, but we are doing that because it's a purpose, the purpose of clearing the way for new things to come in, new energy to come in. Now, since the full moon was in Virgo, now the moon will move today, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but because the moon was in Virgo, we have this want, this need, this desire to clean house, to understand what has value and what doesn't have value, and be done with what doesn't have value, or raises you up in some way, raises your vibration, your energy, your light. So we already have that gift. Now we have the 9 today, the 9 energy to allow us to clear that pathway so that new things can enter. So whether it is closure on something, whether it is a sense of healing, letting go of something, be very proactive today in doing that. Maybe you're talking to somebody. Maybe you are sitting in prayer, meditation, quiet contemplation. All those things work. Sun is in Pisces. And the moon. Now the moon, I think shortly after breakfast time, the moon will move into Libra. But as we wake up in the morning, with that Virgo energy, we may have woken up with this small voice in our head, or this small commitment saying, I want to better myself, or I want to better my situation. But as the moon moves into Libra, we may see the other side of a story. Maybe we wanted to impose something somewhere in our lives with family or work, family or community, the next door neighbor, maybe within ourselves. And so the Libra energy pulls us back a little bit to really think it through. And when we think it through, we get very indecisive. But it's because we can see both sides of the coin. And we can weigh things out, because what we truly want is a harmony in our life under Libra. We want to create harmony. We want to create beauty. Libra energy has a lot to do with relationships. So it's about seeing the other side of the coin, or actually hearing the other person's side of the story, but really hearing it for the first time almost, and understanding it, and being able to put yourself into their position and understanding it from that angle. So it kind of sets us on the fence a little bit to weigh things out in our life. What is important? What isn't? What has value? What doesn't? And am I being just and kind to this person, or am I being domineering and controlling? Or vice versa. And so we can weigh things out in our relationship and look at our relationship, but also understand their viewpoint into the relationship as well, which is very enlightening. And we don't get this window of opportunity too often to see it truly from their perspective. And it allows us to understand a little bit more. It allows us to, if there's a compromise that needs to be made, to be able to make that compromise and make it an effective and successful compromise in the relationship. Let's see what the cards have to say. And of course, we've just had Saturn going into Pisces. We just had the full moon. What's next? I think it's Jupiter and Chiron meeting in the sky, which will be very potent energy too. Or at least I think so. The shadow card is, look at this, the Ten of Swords. Now, be happy about the 10 energy, okay? The 10 energy, I know the 10 energy sometimes, especially this card. Oh my goodness, right? This is the struggles. This is what we're reliving today under this Libra moon, for goodness sakes. The struggles we've encountered and had to endure. The walls that we've walked into time and time again. The hurdles that we just weren't able to jump over. The pitfalls that we just went down that rabbit hole each and every time. And there's a part of us that feels extremely beaten up. But you're here. And that's the symbolism of this card, is you are here still. Now, you may not realize this, but, well, okay, first of all, the swords here. The swords are the paths you walk to get to the here and now. And yeah, we look pretty beaten up, don't we? In fact, most artists portray this card with blood running everywhere, and I mean, it's a crime scene, for goodness sakes. But here, there is no blood. So I know those swords are behind you. And I know they are your protection. They are your strength. They are your courage. They are your wisdom. And you may not know it yet. You may feel it. You may sense it. But you don't know it yet. That sun is breaking through the clouds. A new day is dawning. The warmth is coming back in. And slowly you'll push yourself up. Slowly you will start to come alive again. Brush yourself off. Straighten your shoulders. Know that you've got this. Know that you have, indeed, the wisdom, the courage, the strength to go forward in the way you want. That you've been through the struggle. You've been through the hardship. You know how to handle it if it shows up again. Now we back up and we see that there was a door in that wall the whole time, or maybe we got out our paintbrushes and painted a brand new tomorrow for ourselves to walk through. We are able to jump those hurdles. First card, Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about dreaming of the possibilities of your tomorrow, of what you want to come into your life. This is really a card that represents your best life ever. And really expanding the horizon on the end game, on the end game of what you want in your life. And here we have a completely blasé kind of background. There's nothing there. It's nothingness, which means we can put anything we want into place. So get expansive, creative with your thoughts of what you want to step into, of what you want to create, of what you want to manifest, of what you want to celebrate as a goal met down the road. We could be in thought here. We could be praying. We could be meditating. We could also be giving thanks for the opportunity to go forward in the way that we want. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is the yes card. This is what you are dreaming of, what you are hoping for. You have the yes card here. Now, what do you have to do? First of all, you have to allow spirituality to create a flow for you to follow. Accept the help of others, help others, be of service to others. I hold this card up. I don't think my one light's working too well. It seems pretty dark, the cards. Here we have the High Priestess walking through, which says there's a magic. There's a magic to what you want. And this is the yes card saying whatever you desire, whatever you want, so long as you are willing to make the same commitment and work towards it, it's a yes. It can be. Now, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to sacrifice short term for the long term? Are you willing to sit down and actually make out a plan? Are you willing to sit there and spend 5 minutes a day meditating on it, or journaling on it, or strategizing on it? What are you willing to do for it? Because if you're just going to sit there and say, I want this, and then go back to what was on Netflix, chances are that magic, you're not going to be able to tap into it. In fact, in the great TV land, you're tapping into that magic, that story, that reality, that universe. And if we do too much of that, Neptune can't bring out its power in Pisces. And look at all the beautiful energy we have in Pisces. Oh my gosh. To ignite our aha moments, our epiphanies. Because we already got our fantasy land, our dreamland on the boob tube, right? That's what my dad used to call it. And we have the Death card. The Death card, we sit there. We're guarded. We have this cloak on us. We don't want to be seen. We don't want to be heard. We want to be left alone. We want to be... we want to pull ourselves back. We want safety, but we're not willing to really put ourselves out there in the way we need to. Now, our inner child is sitting right there, looking pretty bummed out because we have to lay down that weapon. We have to take off the cloak. We have to step into our path. We have to get excited about where we're going. We can't possibly do that the way we're sitting there right now. There is no way that so the more you are burdened, the more you are cloaked, the more you are pulling away, okay, the less you can attach yourself to that vibration of whatever your best life is, whatever you see in your future as something that you want to go towards, a dream, a success. And there we have the liberation. So it's kind of like the 18 energy in a way, right? Feeling that liberation, feeling that freedom. There is no way that we are feeling harmony and love and joy and happiness within our heart when we're cloaked, when we're standing on guard. We have that weapon. We're willing to use it. Don't come near me. We stagnate ourselves in this energy. So it's about changing a habit. It's about changing a behavior. But it's about throwing that cloak off, throwing that weapon down, and tapping into your inner child and the magic that lays within you and around you. We'll get a mantra card. And we have leadership, set your goals. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a sip of water here. Oh, I so needed that. My apologies. I'm going to hold up that card, and I just want you to, while I'm getting it out in the book and whatnot, to take a deep breath or two and just relax for a moment. I'm going to hold this card up. This artist is so beautiful in, it's like pictures within the pictures within the pictures. So take a couple of deep breaths, and while I read out their statement of what leadership is about and setting our goals, see what calls out to you. You can master yourself with assertiveness and self-discipline. Take a leading role in this situation, knowing that mind over heart is something necessary when group decisions need to be made. Define your structure. Set your boundaries. Focus your attention on achieving your goals. Stick to your plan and see it through to the end. Your strength of purpose helps to overcome obstacles and achieve the impossible. Expect an opportunity or job promotion with extra responsibilities. This may require letting go of unhealthy choices. The mantra is, I make fair and just decisions. I am a good leader. So it's mastering ourselves with that assertiveness and self-discipline, and make a commitment to ourselves. And listen to what is in our heart, our passion, our dreams, our goals, our desires. And make a commitment to go after that. Now, we may have to let go of some unhealthy choices. We may have to say, okay, I got to make a thermos of coffee because I'm spending too much at the kiosk. I'm not going to go out with that group of people because it leads to a lot of fun, but never any good, right? So it could be a group experience where you are the leader, but be the leader of yourself. Lead yourself to victory, to your goals, your dreams, your desires. And we have the raccoon, the inventor. The raccoon shows up, the inventor. Bring it in clear, please. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So decide on what you really want, and that's really what this is all about. Looking at your best life ever. Your goals, your dreams, your desires, your passions. And deciding what you truly want. And then we make the commitment. And then we step into that commitment. And as soon as we step into that commitment, we understand under a full moon energy what we need to release, what we need to heal from, what we need to complete and let go, leave in the past. Use your ingenuity to claim it. And don't try and trick. Okay, practice integrity. Stand within your integrity. That is truly the 8 energy of walking with a sense of integrity. That your word is your bond. The handshake is more than enough to seal the deal. That you wouldn't go back on your word and you follow through with your commitments, your promises, your obligations, your responsibilities. Yes, we get more on our plate. We get more responsibility. But it also leads to greater successes down the road. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.